A very famous and well-known Bostonian, John Quincy Adams, once says, "If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you're a leader." And these two women are leaders. Betsy served as the senior advisor to President Barack Obama's '08 presidential campaign as the COO. During the campaign, she also was the senior advisor for Women for Obama. And tonight she's going to share some of her wisdom with us. Juliet Mayers, as you can see, been a big supporter and fan of Get Connected. And so she wrote this book called A Black Woman's Guide to Networking, Advance Your Career and Grow Your Business. Juliet is an award-winning executive, a business strategist, and a passionate community advocate. And so I am just delighted to have these two women. And so I want to throw out a question to you, Betsy. And my first question is, what inspired you to write a book on leadership?
I've always had a passion for leadership in my whole life, and mostly because leadership, from the time I was really little, I was always curious, why do people do what they do? And why is it we follow some leaders and not others? I mean, even in my youngest years of my life, why is it that one teacher was beloved in school and another wasn't? So that's where I kind of came from. And then in my time in politics, I ran the Office for Women, which is an office President Clinton and Hillary Clinton started. And I remember watching with fascination the cabinet secretaries, wondering why was it that a Bob Rubin, the Treasury Secretary, would walk down the halls of the White House and people would almost bow in respect, or another cabinet secretary would not elicit near the same reaction. So that was always my fascination. Even though I found politics interesting, it was really why we followed who we followed. What has been a gift, I think, for me with my book is that I had the time to step back and the end of my 40s to kind of say, well, when did I see it work, and when didn't it work, and what's the difference? And so that was my journey, which is a little bit different.
And I'm going to ask the same question of Juliet. What is it that inspired you, Juliet, to write a book about networking?
What did it for me was I am the former board president for Action for Boston Community Development. And for those of you who are familiar with ABCD, which is a phenomenal organization. I hear your clap. Go ahead. And I'm still on the board, but what did it for me is one day I was, my father-in-law had passed away. I was on my way literally to Chicago to represent ABCD at a national poverty conference. And a reporter called and asked, if I would talk to her about, fulfilling the American dream. And I'm thinking, and I hadn't thought of myself in that context until really that happened. And I started to think, I was like, oh wow, actually, and she had done her research, of course, and so forth, and there was a huge story in the papers, and people started calling me and emailing me, and I thought, you know what, I hadn't thought of it that way, but that's what happened. I actually have been leveraging networking and mentoring and coaching and benefiting from all of these wonderful people who have helped me, and I want to be in a position to help others. So the book for me was my way of giving back and doing that, and so I'm so thrilled to have had this opportunity, and now it's my way of sharing it with the rest of the world.